investigate the meteor, if indeed that is what it is. Oh, ooh.
It's a rock that bleeds.
Now that's peculiar.
It's too amazing to even contemplate it. It's like they're evolving. The little babies seem to be growing up.
I hope they don't make it to puberty. There's a bug in my suit!
You're all sealed up. That's impossible.
Don't tell me I'm sealed up. I know there's a bug in my... Ooh, it's in me!
Hi, I'm Orlando Jones. You're here on the set of Evolution, where we're going to take you where no other behind the scenes has ever taken you. Deep, deep, deep undercover.
94, take 2.
You guys are back a little bit. Roll, please! D-Mark! Action!
Joining me on this evolutionary journey are the always suave and mysterious David Duchovny.
You should have seen the size of that thing he had inside. It was like this, man. You took it like a man.
The all-American wonder boy, Mr. Sean William Scott.
Awesome!
And the lovely and talented Miss Julianne Moore.
It was so hot.
Naturally, I'm the superglue that holds this motley crew together. Meteor hit last night. As the Glen Canyon official representative of the United States Geological Survey, I have been assigned to check it out. I'm taking you along in case I actually have to do something scientific. Planning the end of the world is not something you can do in a day. For our fearless leader, Ivan Reitman, who told me in a private fireside chat that I was his favorite, it took years to find just the right kind of threat that could both wipe out the Earth and allow for a sense of the absurd.
I think we should go with this.
Now the man, the myth, the legend who made Ghostbusters a household word delivers a story that is out of this world.
I loved Ghostbusters. That's sort of the hardest kind of thing to find. You know, some new larger-than-life kind of threat that you can play both large-scale special effects against and also comedy.
Oh, that's like a big loogie.
I'm speaking to David Duchovny, who plays the role of Ira Kane, a scientist in the picture. A few quick questions for Mr. Duchovny. Do you have a moment, sir?
Sure, what is your name?
Hi. My name's not important.
We've waited a long time for this. Hey, you bastard!
I'm playing a guy named Ira Kane. He's a former scientist with the government, and now he's a teacher at a community college here in Glen Canyon, Arizona. He's kind of fallen into disgrace.
General Woodman's expecting you.
Russell Woodman?
Ira!
Oh!
What an unexpected surprise.
For me, too. I didn't realize we were on a hugging basis.
Cut. Thank you. One of the favorite things I like to do in my film is taking what we think of as the common man and letting him rise to an occasion, letting him be the center of beating overwhelming odds to sort of come to the intelligent solution to a problem where more credentialed people fail. It was sort of the central theme of Dave. It was a central theme of Stripes and Ghostbusters. And I think it's a central theme here in Evolution.
Hey, snag one.
Snag one?
Snag one and put him in the bucket.
I seen this movie. The black dude dies first. You snag it. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Julianne Moore. How are you?
Get out of here, Orlando. I'm not talking to you. There are people who don't quite fit in, that are misfits in one way or another. You know, my character is kind of a brainiac, but she's very physically awkward. Somebody like that is kind of endearing.
Julie's a great actress, and anytime you can be in a scene, no matter what you're playing, you know, whether or not she's falling on her face or doing a more serious scene, you look in her eyes and she's present.
Hi, here we are standing here on the set of Evolution, standing with one of my co-stars, Sean William Scott. I am, of course, I'm Orlando Jones. Sean, a few quick questions. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. I play a guy named Wayne Gray. He's got a big heart and really nice, average guy. He's, you know, working at a crappy job at a country club.
Hey, pool boy. You watering down the Mai Tais?
No, sir. But let me fix you something special. Because you're nothing but a big, fat monkey turd. He really just wants to be a fireman, but he's not the most intelligent guy in the world.
Go, come on!
This is his one opportunity to really do something meaningful, I think.
Let's do this!
By working with these guys and battle aliens.
Looking this way next, guys. It's a rehearsal.
Can somebody tell me why I was not informed?
Dan Aykroyd plays the governor of Arizona. He is just this dominating, startling presence, and he galvanizes the screen.
Governor Lewis! I don't see anything burning. Where are all the explosions? We're just getting underway. Didn't know you were coming to see the show, sir.
Well, you damn well better make it a good one, Sergeant.
That's General.
Not if you screw this up.
Mr. Reitman has a certain knack, if you will, for eliciting comic performances from a wide range of actors. With Evolution, lightning strikes again when Academy Award nominee Julianne Moore struts her comedic stuff and the dashing David Duchovny demonstrates his comic potential. I carried him as much as I could. I've spoken to a number of people in the set, and they all go on about how extremely funny you are, how amazingly funny you are in this picture. Do you think it's going to surprise people?
Yeah. You know, I always thought David Duchovny was a very, very funny guy who's, as yet, never had the opportunity in a film to play a comic role.
Ready for lunch? Or have you already eaten?
Right on here, right on
Julianne, who is a dramatic actress with Academy Award nominations,
look at that,
wanted to play a broad comedy. Her klutziness in the movie was her idea. She wanted to show that she could do that, and in fact, she does very well.
It was kind of a departure from stuff that I've usually done. It's a very traditional, straight-up American comedy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we haven't been formally introduced yet. I'm Wayne Gray.
Oh, hey, I'm kind of with him.
Oh, that's cool.
Mr. Reitman, really a guru, a mastermind in the way of comedy and film. A little bit about working with Mr. Reitman.
Yeah, how long for a reset?
I think Ivan's sensibility is often to turn things on their head, to thumb his nose at the establishment. You know, in his movies, things like the military are always, you know, full of jackasses.
Like the bonfire we got going there, General Woodman. Should have brought some wieners.
That can be arranged, Governor.
Let me take you back in time to when a young Mr. Reitman developed his passion for movies while growing up in Canada. A lover of jujubes and caramel corn, he could be found every Saturday afternoon at his local theater watching science fiction, horror, and comedy fare. Ivan's fascination with the movies continued through college, where he made his first 2 professional films. A few years later, in the disco year of 1978, Ivan firmly established himself in Hollywood with the hugely successful National Lampoon's Animal House. In the next 5 years, Ivan went on to direct 3 of the most beloved screen comedies of all time: Meatballs, Stripes, and Ghostbusters.
The city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Enough, I get the point.
I think people get behind his heroes because they're completely flawed and weak and silly, and yet they triumph in the end.
If I was a giant, nasty alien bird in a department store, where would I be?
Lingerie.
Not you, the bird.
Lingerie.
I just thought I'd take a very simple look at science and how it works institutionally, playing it against kind of a classic 50s style science fiction extravaganza, but using sort of contemporary comedy language that people have learned to expect in my films.
Come on, my little wet lobster. Come on.
Oh! I need to somehow express emotion non-verbally.
Ivan genuinely has in his head a real solid idea of how something should look.
And that'll just continue to break away.
Ivan certainly has a sense of comedy that's tremendous. I mean, he really can hear it. He hears where the rhythms are. He's very musical. He can hear kind of the melody in the line, you know, where it's funny. So he's somebody you can rely on tremendously.
You like that?
Thought you guys might want to take a look at it.
While the laughs came easily on Evolution, Ivan faced all the major challenges that come with producing a large-scale visual effects movie. In this picture, I think there are also aliens, am I correct?
That's true.
And these aliens are more, shall we say, scarier.
For me, the comedy is very important because that's the language that I talk in films, that I express myself in. But just as important in a film like this is that we give proper weight and attention to the science fiction and intelligence side of it, that it all kind of makes sense, that you do get caught up in it emotionally, that it's a big-time ride with regards to the special effects. That'll give more time to get in front of you.
What I liked about the film was that it wasn't just going to ride as a comedy, but it was going to be like a science fiction comedy, like a Men in Black. Again, that's one of the balancing acts that it has to perform.
The next one is a 35. It's hard, actually, to make both work because they fight each other, but If you set it up right, where you're playing a comic moment and suddenly something grabs you,
Whoa, what the?
you laugh even more after that because of the sort of heightened emotional sort of trip that you go through. Wilma, closer. There we go. Look at the dog.
There are real scares in the movie because we're playing it as a real science fiction movie.
You're like this. You're like this? Yeah. And I think it's...
I'm down here, my pet, by the water.
You have to buy the frightening nature of these creatures. And it's really the characters and what happens to them and their reaction to it that is the comedy of the piece.
Something just ain't very car right!
It's too bad.
Effects mastermind Phil Tippett, who did the larger-than-life dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, supervised the creation of the aliens for Evolution.
It's a really terrific opportunity to do a lot of unusual, strange creatures in a comic context. A lot of the stuff that we're called to do is to create a great deal of mayhem.
You want to have fun with it. It is a comedy, but the weight of it is towards a reality.
His expressions get played up a little bit more.
We've tried to bring a character to them. Because, just to have big, scary things, a lot of movies have done that. I try to have sort of big, scary things that have an attitude and personality.
Come on, cutie boy. Come on, it's a good
We produced, at least 80 or 90 drawings like this one that Ivan could choose from. Ultimately, he picked something like this, and the next stage after he found a drawing he liked was to make a small model.
It's kind of cool because the designs that we're working towards are kind of a parallel evolution to what's gone on Earth. It's just kind of a skewed, alternate universe of what would happen on Earth should you take another evolutionary path.
Scale becomes really apparent.
Excellent.
Very good.
He loves these animals. He loves getting into their heads, into their minds, getting a sense of what they would like, how they would respond, how intelligent are they, how much displacement is there in the ground as they walk. How does the body move? What is the skeletal structure so that there's some sense that the thing is real?
This camera is right here somewhere.
As actors, we have to be prepared for anything, including a computer-generated 20-foot co-star.
We did a big sequence with this alien flying in the mall.
Oh my God, you can hear it coming. It's coming.
And it is really weird because you don't know if you're being too big and you're reacting to nothing and, you want it to seem real logical.
Is that going to be funny?
What I'm constantly surprised with is the sense of reality the effects allow and present. What you realize when you suddenly see a creature that's 28 feet long and is roaring and is walking through your frame and is interacting with light and shadows and physically with real actors and things, on stage is that you in fact cannot believe your eyes.
So, any ideas?
Kill him, right?
Yeah.
Good idea.
That's a good idea.
Cut, guys, back to one. Okay, shooting next.
Say rolling.
Roll, please.
Ready, and action!
There's something in your closet.
Great!
Let's shampoo us some aliens!
We're just trying to strike that balance of being goofy, funny, smart, incredible.
I want to know right now, and I want to know it quick. How the hell are you supposed to deal with this?
Battle station! Keep it together, Wade. Keep it together.
This movie's so awesome.
Who's the man?
You're the man.
No, you're the man.
I'm the man.
You're the man.
Okay.
I wanted the audience to have a great time when they watch Evolution.
Oh my God!
If you guys like that thing, you're gonna love this.
Uh-oh, time to go.
So what do you want? Light meat or dark?
You have to ask.
Well, this was a lot of fun for me, and I hope we can do it again real soon.
Love to do it again soon.
I'm Orlando Jones, here again with David Duchovny on the...
Signing off.
Ga-ga-ga-ga. Ga-ga-ga-ga-ga. Ga-ga.
Let me comfort you. Please let me kiss your lips.